Welcome to Cake Playground, where it's all about the fun. This lesson is on how to make a fondant swag. The swag is an elegant decoration for all kinds of cakes, including wedding cakes and birthday cakes like this one. To evenly place the swags on a cake, we're going to make a paper template. Start off by measuring a piece of paper that goes around your entire cake. Make sure the ends meet evenly. Next, you're going to fold the paper into 8 sections. Fold in half, fold in half, fold in half. This will result in 8 sections. Use a circle cutter to mark where you want to cut. Notice it's slightly away from the edges and halfway up the cutter. The cutter should be positioned like this, and you're going to mark around the edge with a pen. After you've marked your circle, cut it out with a pair of scissors. Now you're going to unfold your paper template and place it around the cake, like this, and then hold it in place with a piece of tape. Now we can use our template to mark the cake with a toothpick. I want my swags to sit about 1 inch from the top, so that's where I'm marking it, right at the point of the template. Once you've marked all 8 points, you can remove your paper template. And you'll notice you still have your toothpick marks to place the swags. Next, you're going to roll the fondant to make the swags. I use a rough textured board, and I use a wet paper towel to hold the board still. Dust your board and the fondant with some cornstarch to prevent sticking. Roll from the center out and turn 90 degrees after each roll to prevent sticking. And you'll roll the fondant out until it's about 1/8 to 1/16 inch thick. Using the same circle cutter that you measured the paper with, cut out 4 circles. Notice here that I'm rubbing against the rough board and pulling away the circle from the fondant so you get a nice smooth edge. After you've cut out 4 circles, you're going to use a pastry wheel to cut the circles in half, like this. You're going to use these half circles to make the swags. So pick one up, and you're going to slightly fold the center of the half circle at the straight edge and pinch the corners and curve the swag. Do this with each of the 8 pieces and line them up to make sure that they're uniform, both in size and shape. Next, we're going to attach the swags to the cake. So remember, we had made our toothpick marks earlier using the template about 1 inch down. So with a tiny bit of water and a paintbrush, wet 2 adjacent toothpick marks. Next, you're going to attach the swag at the corners to the toothpick marks on the cake. Lightly press the swag into the fondant on the cake. Then you're going to move on to the next adjacent toothpick mark. So wet it slightly, make sure not to use too much water, and wet the other adjacent space. Sometimes it's a good idea to also place a little bit of water on the swag itself. It helps to bond the swag to the cake. And then press this swag into the cake. Now as you go, you want to make sure that the top edge of the swags are even and the bottom edge of the swags are even. The key to great swags is to make sure that they are all even all the way around. Uniformity is the key. You can finish your swags with ribbon roses and tassels. Come to CakePlayGround.com for further classes on how to cover a cake with fondant, make swags, roses, and bows. Remember, at Cake Playground, it's all about the fun.